If you work with people, you're going to have turnover. If you have high turnover, it means you work with people. I used to think long ago that I would get this perfect person and they would come into my company and they would see the potential, they would be excited about what we were doing, they would take their skills and they would marry them to what we were doing, and together we would do great things, and that would be incredible. And more often than not, that didn't happen. What happened is we would get someone who was really good, and then that person would say, oh, I don't think I want to stay, I want to do something else. Or we'd get someone who we put a lot of time into, we invested in, and then that person, for whatever reason, didn't develop the way we thought they would. So if you run an organization, if you manage one, if you own one, the reality is you're going to have turnover, and you're going to have turnover particularly today because there are a lot of people who are trying to find themselves, find their purpose, find out who they want to be, where they want to go, and they will leave your organization, they will go backpacking, they will go do all kinds of things on short notice. So if you have high turnover, get used to it. And what that really means is you have to be interviewing all the time. Now, if you're fortunate enough to not have high turnover, that's a wonderful thing. But most of the people I know who are running organizations today have challenges not only finding the right people and finding the right skills, but getting them to stick with the organization and to stay there long term. Now, often they will find someone who doesn't particularly have great skills, and they won't be a great fit for the organization, and they'll have to figure out, okay, what do we do with this person? Where else do we put them? Or they might not be someone who really will be committed to working hard, to putting in the effort. They're thinking more about the time off rather than the time on the job. So people management is a big issue. Attracting the right people, training those people. It's just one of the realities today that you have to expect that people are going to come and go, that you're going to train people who don't work out. You're going to look at people with great potential and they may not work out. You're going to have people who are great personalities, great chemistry, but might not work out. And so this is just one of the realities that when you're dealing with people. You have to always be on the lookout for good people. And what's very important is to find people who have the right mindset about working with you, the right attitude. If you can somehow bring those people on board and then improve their skill level, that's a real win, because what you'll have is someone who's committed to working, committed to doing the job, and they will be then eager to learn more. They'll be excited about the opportunity to learn more. There is a big backlash today on internships and working and doing unpaid internships and so forth. And I think that that's unfortunate, because there are so many opportunities that would be available to people if they would simply volunteer and say, hey, I'll do that. Hey, I'll take that on. In fact, it's the only way you can get into some markets. But because of the backlash associated with that and this feeling that somehow you're contributing to an organization and they're not giving back to you, many, particularly young people, don't want to do that. And it's unfortunate, because I think that that is an ideal way to move yourself into an industry, to get a leg up. We used to bring people into my organization in my media company who had no experience reporting, had no experience doing certain things, and we would just put them on the ground running, and within a week, maybe sometimes within a day, they were out there doing things that very experienced people would be waiting to do in larger organizations, and they would get that experience right away. And that kind of thing did not come easily in other organizations. But look, people management is a challenge, and working with people is a challenge. Fundamentally, what it comes down to is when we're dealing with people, which is everyone, everywhere, It's figuring out how to work with people, the best we can, whether they're clients, whether they're employees, whether they're colleagues, whether they're competitors, whatever they are. But when it comes to the people inside of your organization, there's a fact that you just have to accept, and that is you have to always be on the lookout for good people. Always. Be on the lookout for good people. Turnover will come, and when it comes, you will have someone else that can step in, or maybe someone else who can take on another role. You can rearrange, you can reorganize, and you won't suffer as a business because of it. High turnover means that you're dealing with people, and that's just one of the realities today in many markets. If you like this tip, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. You can do that by clicking on the icon that has my photograph. Share it with someone that you think will benefit from this video and from this channel, and I will see you next time.